What's up everybody, I'm back for another video. So in this video I am going to be going over some red flags to look out for when you're a woman dating a man today. I did a video a while back for men dating women, and I promised to do one for women dating men. Now before I get into it, I just wanted to say this. As women, we are not entitled to find a good man. You must be a good woman in order to find a good man. So if you're, looking to settle down with a man, ladies, make sure you have your stuff together, because we're not entitled. You must, have good things to bring to the table in order to attract a good quality, high valued man today. So let's get right into it. Remember, this is in no particular order. I just, wrote down whatever. Now, first thing I wrote down was, does he have baby mama drama? I hate to even call it that, but that's what these youngsters call it today. Baby mama drama. So ladies, if you're a single woman and you meet a guy and you find out he has what's called baby mama drama, I would suggest not dating this guy. You're going to, give yourself a lot of headaches by dealing with this. Save yourself the headache and move on. If you don't have your own children, I would stay away from a man that has baby mama drama, because I promise you 9 times out of 10, the mothers of his children probably have him on child support. If y'all get married, she's probably going to get jealous that he's marrying you and didn't marry her, or that he's in love with you and not in love with her anymore. So she's probably going to be dragging him to court, taking, more child support money, which means it's going to affect y'all income. It's going to affect your income, because, if you work and you're, contributing and he works, it's going to be taking away money from both of y'all. And then I promise you that, in most cases, the mothers of his children are also going to make it difficult for y'all to see the children. So if you get emotionally attached to his children, she's going to get jealous and try to play little games and use the kid as a pawn and make it difficult for y'all to see the children. So save yourself the headache and find a guy that doesn't have that type of baggage and issues going on. Now, the next thing I wrote is he a slick talker? Now, down here, the youngsters call that a mouthpiece. That's a man that's trying to slick talk you and get you in bed with him. At my age, that would completely turn me off, because I'm not looking to hook up. If you're looking to hook up, then this video is not going to be for you. But if you want to settle down, find you a lifetime partner, a husband, stay away from men like that, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you in bed with them and get you in bed with him. They're trying to sweet talk you in bed, and once they get it, you're just going to be another woman in his phone that he contacts. He's going to put you in a rotation. So basically, when it's your turn in the rotation, he will contact you probably late at night or in the evening for sex and act like he misses you and that kind of thing. And you're just going to get stuck in this rotation that he's going to do. And you'll never, ever, get into a relationship with a man like that. He's just using you like a booty call. That's what they call it, a booty call. So stay away from guys like that are trying to sweet talk you into bed with them. Move on. Find you somebody else. Now, the next thing I wrote down, I really shouldn't even have to write this down, but believe it or not, a lot of women are doing this. Stay away from a man that is a jailbird, okay? And I'm not talking about guys that, made a mistake when they were a teenager and, they're not doing anything wrong anymore. But men that are breaking the law, involved with illegal activity. I can't tell y'all how many women I've seen get involved with a man like that only to end up going to prison behind that man and leaving, her children behind and that kind of thing. That is ridiculous. I know women personally that have went on prison pen pal websites to find a boyfriend, a husband. That is just ridiculous to me. That really says a lot about you. If that's the kind of men you're going after, it really tells me that you have deep issues and insecurities with yourself. So stay away from a man like that. I could give you a great example. My brother was in and out of prison his whole life. He was always in jail and then going to prison. He would get out and he'd do the same thing over and over. And he had more women after him and by his side than freaking Hugh Hefner. And I'm not even joking about that. My brother had so many women sending him money in prison, taking care of him, wanting to have his kids and this kind of thing. And it's because most women today want a bad boy. They want a man that's going to talk down to them, treat them like crap, smack them around, and treat them like dirt and just use and abuse them. Women, a lot of women today really like that. And y'all could try to say that's not true all you want, but I've seen it over and over. They got good, hardworking, honest men out there that cannot get the type of women and as many women as these bad boys like my brother could get. So it is what it is. If you're a good, secure woman that's responsible, stay away from men like that. Find you somebody that's not going to get you in trouble and go to prison and bring you a lot of heartache and pain. Next thing I wrote down, is he respectful? Is he responsible? Being a respectful, responsible woman myself, obviously I would want my life partner, my husband, to be the same way. Is he good with money? Is he wasteful with money? That would be another thing I would look for. I would, just like I said about women, I'm the same way with men when it comes to having to have the most expensive car, the most expensive shoes, the most expensive phone that comes out, having to keep up with the name brands, having to keep up with the entertainment industry and Hollywood standards. Just like I said about women trying to keep up with the Kardashians, I feel the same way about men today. Now, if you have money and you're rich and you can blow it like that, obviously those don't apply to you, but most of us cannot spend money like that. We have to be mindful with our spending. Now, being that I'm in a situation where I have to be mindful and be on a budget, I would look for a man that, is more frugal with his money. I don't, I'm not into the credit cards and, taking out big loans and all this. If I can't afford something, I typically go without it, An exception would probably be a home today because it's, pretty impossible unless you have a really, really good income today to buy a home outright. So my vehicle was bought outright. My husband's was. We don't have credit cards or nothing like that. So I would look for a man, that doesn't have to keep up with the Joneses and, what they see on TV and what everybody else is doing. I'm not into that kind of thing. At the end of the day, all that name brand stuff, all that stuff that costs money doesn't mean a thing, because I went through Katrina and I lost everything I ever had in my life and I had to start over just like that in an instant. And, really the only thing that matters is the people that love you and care about you. So I'm not saying we don't like nice things here and there, but if you can't afford it, I'm not about to go out and break my neck and let my children go without so I can impress everyone else and be a part of what everyone else is doing, the mainstream way of doing things. But that's just my preference on that. The next thing I wrote, and this is the biggest thing of all, I should have said this was my number one, but I didn't order them. Is he addicted to social media? Oh God. And let me just specify, like I did in the last video, I do use YouTube. I don't mind that. It's really, my issue comes in with like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat and things like that. I don't like this new age of these young millennials getting on there where women take pictures like selfies all day of their butts, tight clothes, trying to get likes from other men. And men do the same thing. I see men on there. I know men personally that acquaintances date that will get on there all day long taking selfies of themselves, trying to impress these empty-headed females, and these females do the same thing. They're trying to impress empty-headed males. It's so stupid to me. It's something that I don't want nothing to do with. I've had so many, past friends tell me, oh, my boyfriend is on Facebook all the time. He's talking to all these other women. I try to tell them, don't even date a man like that. I would never. If I was single, I would not date a man like that. You cannot change him. If you meet a man and that's what he likes to do, you either accept it and roll with it, or you don't even fool with them in the first place. But a lot of women today think they can change the man that they're with, and then they want to complain about it later on. Accept him for who he is when you meet him, because that's who he is. And if you can't, move along. I wouldn't even date anybody that's, addicted to that kind of stuff. I'm not saying if you want to use it, I guess some people use it to keep in touch with family. That's what I did, but I ended up deleting it because I got tired of people competing on there and people trying to act like someone they're not. I call it the Facebook facade. A lot of people get on there and try to act like they're somebody they're not, and you know them in real life and you know they're really not that person that they're trying to act like they are. And I'm not into all of that. I want people to be real with me because I'm real with them, and I don't like people that try to put on that facade. So I did a video a while back, by the way, called The Facebook Facade, so go check that out. So yes, stay away from a man that's addicted to social media, has thousands and thousands of friends on there, especially women that he talks to, that he possibly dated. And it's just going to end up, making y'all relationship stressful because you're going to be on there worried about what he's doing, who he's talking to. I don't want to deal with nothing like that. I don't do that kind of stuff, so I wouldn't want a man. Now, if you're the type of woman that's doing that kind of stuff, then you have no right to point fingers at what he's doing if you're doing the same damn thing. But I don't do that, so I would want a man, that thinks more along the lines as me. So if you agree with me, ladies, and you're not doing that kind of stuff, then stay away from men that do. It'll save you a lot of trouble. The last thing I wrote down, and I really could have said a lot more, but the video's getting too long. I might have to do a part 2 to the first one I did and this one later on. But I wrote down, is he awake? Now, what I mean by that is I would want a man that is aware of what's going on in politics, world news, government, that kind of thing. Because there's a lot of young men today that know more about, they could tell you everything that's going on in football, everything that's going on reality TV shows, but they can't, or some rap, R&B, or rock song, they know all the lyrics, but yet they don't know a damn thing about what's going on in our government or anything like that. So if something pops off, how are you going to protect your family if you have no idea what's going on? I would want a man, I'm awake, I'm aware, and I research things. I would want a man that's just like that. Because I'm telling y'all now, if something happens, which it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when, something does pop off, whatever it may be, I would want a man that can be able to take charge and protect the family, lead us, and that kind of thing. And, that's just my preference. If that's not something you're worried about, then that's fine. But my concern is today, a lot of young people, even my age at 32, people a little younger than me and my age, a lot of people today are not aware of what's going on, and we're being manipulated, dumbed down, and controlled. And it really scares me that a lot of people are not awake. So that's just my preference, though. So I wanted to throw that in there. So be aware of that. Now, I hope this helped you out. Again, I'll need to do a part 2. But like the video if you did, subscribe if you want to hear more. And don't forget to comment below if you want to add to, the commentary, anything I missed or anything like that. So go ahead and comment below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.